people with life. I think it's wonderful. It was just a wonderful idea, and it was the perfect fit. And you'd see why and how, especially in Ethan's life, considering what he was doing before the tragedy and thereafter. I think it's a wonderful, it's beautiful what you all do.
The other thing is, like, we want to ask is, like, you know, the chemistry between you is fantastic, you know, from Doom to Jodha Akbar. Now there's this scene about feet.
Sorry?
You wash his feet in the
Why
movie?
are you looking so stunned?
Well,
yes,
she's
that's
a
a
nurse.
possibility.
You know what? When we
nurses,
What's the therapeutic
when we
massage?
first started talking about the film, the first thing Raj said was, "Yeah, Ash washes his feet," and I'm like, "Okay."
She washes his hair, she washes his feet, yeah, she cleans him up. She ensures he's got his blood circulation going well in his through his body, and basically, obviously, she takes care of him.
See, it seems like that now. Aren't
Our
departure? They're not our usual Bollywood films.
Well, I'd just like to say that, you know, Ethan chooses to make light of that scene.
Right.
But the truth is that it's a very important aspect of a quadriplegic's life. You know, the massage is something that is needed because
it's not
otherwise
just a massage, but
yeah, I mean, that's the best way that you can sort of explain it.
Exactly.
You know, it's trying to make sure that the blood is circulating all over the body, and that's something that's done on a daily basis. You know. But of course, in the film, coming from Ethan, you know, Ethan's kind of a, I mean, I can't really,
spirit.
I don't want to,
It's the spirit,
there's a spirit
and
about
the
him,
relationship
and
that they share,
the equation that they share.
And
So
Sophia is very
really,
serious and very contained, and she
deep contrast.
Yeah, in her responses. So it's interesting how he manages to kind of get through that. And obviously, she's been a part of his life for like 12 years. So there is that immense degree of familiarity and comfort where there can be so much shared, unsaid between the two of them. And that's also what's been brought to our equation on celluloid, which is new.
Yeah.
Which is what we hope, because we certainly experienced it on set on a daily basis. We hope our audience does as well. Where you see the comfort, the familiarity, the play between them. And it's almost like you almost can see them like a couple. But still, she refers to him as Sir. He's Sir. He's Mr. Mascarenhas. He's Sir. And of course, she's Sophia to him. And so they have this kind of play. And through the narrative, you'll discover why Sophia herself has this really, really serious, almost stuck-up aspect to her temperament. So that's the narrative. You'll discover why.
So as people, as friends, and as actors, what did you learn from each other doing these roles as opposed to the other?
Because this is so different from how we see you guys on screen.
Coming from the film, just in terms of, because I think I have been fortunate enough to have done characters that have had such good qualities that I have tried to imbibe in my life. But it's never been to the extent of this one, you know, because I remember my first meeting with one of the patients, and I walked into the room of this 27-year-old boy, right? And I was very awkward. I was a little, skeptical as to how it would be and what would I have to say, and maybe I'll have to make him feel good some way. But on the contrary, for 6 hours, that boy made me smile and he made me laugh. And once I came out of the room, it occurred to me that he was a quadriplegic. He's a quadriplegic, and he had the power to put a smile on my face and make me forget about my problems. So that's the responsibility that I took upon myself to portray through Ethan, the spirit, that these people live with. And that is something that I have learned in my life. That's what has helped me evolve, because there is... Every problem has a solution, and you have to enjoy this gift of life. And of course, you've heard these things said thousand and thousand times, I've heard it all my life, but I never really got it, Through this film, I got it. I understood it, And that's what I have, I think, imbibed through this journey of mine.
So, talking about learning from films, would you say that every time you make a film that's very meaningful for you, you learn something different about your own life? So it's not just what we see on screen or how successful it is, it's something that it gives to you.
with me, yes. I mean, having done just like I do one film a year, so but the characters which I have chosen have really helped me, you know, grow as a person and as an actor.
I just want to jump in at this moment in the sense, is it true, and maybe, and can you correct this, after meeting these people, you actually paid for somebody's operation?
Yeah, yes.
Can you tell us more?
It was just something that, you know, you just have to do. I could not leave without making sure that, you know, because I got so much from them. You know, I don't know who's taken care of who more. You know, have I taken care of them more, or have they taken care of me more? Because they made me smile, you know, even now. Every third or fourth day, I get messages, I get jokes, I get, you know, so they always put a smile on my face. And now, of course, my mother is a part of this journey as well. She, you know, visits them and she takes care of them as well. My sister, Suzanne, as well. So it's something that just makes us feel good, you know. And there is one thing that I think I should say is that through the stem cell research and the operation, one of the patients, his name is John, he actually got back his use of his triceps. And for the first time in 7 years, he could remove his t-shirt and wear it back again himself. And I mean, that just watching him do that, you know, again and again and again, because he was doing it for the first time in 7 years, it just, I mean, it's overwhelming to see that you have helped someone, and it makes you feel so good. So I just want to say that there are solutions. You know, if you just keep going, you know, one never knows. Through the stem cell research now, they're very close to actually finding a cure. Yeah.
And Ash, for you, like the most the high point of this movie, or what stands out for you?
Well, actually, I had said yes before I even heard the idea, because it was Sanjay to start with as a friend. When he shared the idea with me, I have somebody in my family who has been in this situation for most of his life, and hence most of my growing years. And so I was very familiar with the situation. So yes, I did meet some of the patients that people as the film unit met, but I already did know the situation, so it wasn't like a new turf for me or something that I needed to discover. And in fact, I found myself sharing a lot of observations with Sanjay throughout, and you know, I'd tell him as well, because I was already familiar. But hence for me, it also has that kind of really special place where I was happy on a sensitive story being told, and certain aspects being brought to light and shared with people at large. Having said that, the truth is that their spirit is incredible. Their sense of humor is way more wicked than yours, and that's wicked, and that's wicked. Okay, and you know, it's true, because you know they're so well read. Their faculties are just so tuned in. You're so alert. You're so such a sponge of life that it's kind of a lesson to us every single moment that, you know, truly be appreciative. Let the trivia be addressed just as that trivia, water off a duck's back, and embrace what really is meaningful and essential. And that's why we as a unit, as a crew of this film, felt that every moment was cathartic, because we could look beyond just scratching the surface of anything, of the lightest of moments and the most intense. I mean, everything wasn't so intense as probably it seems in our conversation right now. Yeah. But because we were genuinely just living a slice of life while making this movie. And to go to what you were asking earlier, when you said that, do you feel we come away with something when we're making movies or telling such stories? I think we as actors are so blessed that we actually experience so many lifetimes within a lifetime. And of course, there's always growth, there's always learning, there's always an experience. And we touch lives, we have the opportunity for life to touch ours, and it's superb. It's truly superlative.
The other big unique point about this film is the music. Sanjay Leela Bhansali's done the music, and it's an ode to Lata Mangeshkar, and she's blessed the music as well. What do you guys think of that? You know,
I just want to say that I don't think any person in the world could have justified the music of this film as just the way he has, because I think he just knew the film so well. He knew the.
Is that why he did it? Because he felt like he had to do it himself.
Yeah.
Sanjay's always done. He's contributed hugely to the music of his cinema because, like we said, he loves his music.
He can
really
see
does.
music.
Yeah,
You know?
he has the ability that you've seen in all his picturization.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's every bit of the orchestration that you see in a candle flame, or whether you see it in a curtain, or you see it in every little nuance. Music is
The way the camera moves,
everything
is music.
It's
you know? And music
everything,
is
very
on
lyrical.
the set all the time.
really?
It's
Yeah,
just,
especially
it's
on
playing
this film,
all-
especially on this film,
in
because
this
I've worked on the other two, on this one especially, throughout.
There was music.
So we
every
weren't
single
surprised that he decided to actually compose the music himself,
moment.
and
He's
especially
also-
for this story.
He's also a great singer
No.
and a
Yep.
great dancer.
Yeah,
We didn't know about the
Two of the
dancing, but
secrets
that's
that were revealed to us in this film.
no, I always knew it.
well, we're looking.
But the other thing is, talking about dancing, there was one dance sequence that you did for this movie that you found the most difficult ever. You're the perfect dancer in the world.
And we hear this about you.
Yeah.
That you get really nervous
That's
before you
just
dance.
the sincere perfectionist in
Oh,
him.
come
You're
on.
always nervous before every.
Jazz,
You have no
ballet,
reason to be
was
nervous.
insane.
Really?
Went through some 4 weeks of.
It's always insane because
Dodge.
like everybody else, he's super obsessive about getting it just right, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing because you guys get to feast your eyes on that
Right.
kind of, you know.
Yeah, well, from my
Magic.
point of view, it's just about keeping up with the myth.
Yeah, he always
blushing
says
now.
that.
You're blushing.
That's our line.
It is.
We kind of fight for copyright
And
on
now that there's
that.
a myth, I better do well, you know. Keep it going somehow.
Well, you know what? We're looking forward to watching the film. So good luck with it. Thank you very much for these great sports.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure
No
seeing
help?
you.
No.